or excuse me, behind them. Shohei Ohtani taking over for Tyler Glasnow. Starts his outing with a low fastball at 98. Start number 12 on the year. His last turn was last Wednesday, beating the Reds. 5 innings, 9 strikeouts. He threw 87 pitches. Statcast 3D is powered by Google Cloud.
Here's what he threw in that game, and you're going to see a lot of breaking balls. 52% of the pitches he threw against Cincinnati were either the curveball, the sweeper, or the slider. This is a guy who can touch 100 miles an hour.
Jumps ahead of Holiday, 1-2.
We saw way more curveballs, a career high in curveballs at 26, but I think he was getting tired of having the sweeper hit and wanted a little more depth on a breaking ball. Did I get the number of curveballs wrong?
I believe it was 23. Previous career high was 16.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Holiday waiting. 99, but downstairs, filling the count. The outing against the Reds was encouraging in a number of facets because his previous 2 turns to that had given up 4 runs, at least 4 runs in back-to-back turns against the Angels and the Rockies. Holiday flies it to left. Conforto drifting toward the line, where he'll make the catch. If Shohei and the Dodger bullpen can get 7 strikeouts, you know what's coming tomorrow. It'll be a free Jumbo Jack after you buy a large drink. Ohtani and the Dodgers facing an Oriole team that just swept San Diego, and they've won 4 of their last 5. Even with this strong stretch, they've still lost 9 of 14. Swing and a miss, strike 1 for Jeremiah Jackson. The same year that Shohei Ohtani debuted with the Angels, Jackson was a 2nd-round pick of Anaheim. And he's been a bit of a revelation of late for Baltimore. On a 1-1 pitch, Jackson waves at strike 2.
Here's the sweeper. And first time around the batting order when these guys have not seen Shohei, or either seen him a little bit or not for a long time. His wide array of pitches will keep him a mystery. Shohei has struggled a little bit more at the later half of his outings.
Jackson flies one to straightaway center field, but Pages has a read in front of the warning track. 2 out. This is Ohtani's 6th road start. His first 5 oral have not been great. He's 0-1. His ERA above 6 away from Dodger Stadium, and opponents batting .313 against him. He has pitched at Camden Yards before, twice. And before a matchup of stars, Dalton Rushing will have a chat.
When Henderson debuted back in 22, he was one of the top prospects in the game. Excellent first few seasons.
Won the Rookie of the Year award in the American League back in 2023, and then last year backed it up with a top 4 MVP finish. 2 outs, base is empty. Henderson in front of that. And they're the home road splits for Ohtani. Speaking of splits, they're reverse for him in terms of the production. Right-handed hitters and left-handed hitters. Better against lefties so far than against righties.
And he hasn't thrown a whole lot of split fingers, which you would think would be the pitch, would be the differential.
Oh, that had some movement on it. 1-2.
Shohei receiving the signs from Dalton Rushing, who's pushing the buttons on his right knee. Shohei has been responsible for that in the past, of calling his own game. Now he can still shake his head and make him push another button, but as of right now, he is not calling the signs. He is listening to them.
Spikes ball 2, squaring the count against Henderson.
And what that does for you as a pitcher is it focuses your mind strictly on yourself. You don't have to worry about the opposing hitter or scouting reports or what do you want to throw. You really are just thinking about, okay, this is what my catcher wants and this is how to execute it. It just simplifies your thinking.
Second full count and 3 hitters here in the first inning for Ohtani. A number of factors there. Perhaps Ohtani finding out late that he was starting. Not as much planning for Baltimore. Rushing was doing that. It's a slowly hit ground ball by Henderson, and that's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first for Ohtani. Wednesday, they hit 4 home runs, including 3 straight off Nestor Cortez. And the Dodgers made it look like Tom Glavine. Though they did finish the game 0 for 18 with 10 Ks, they still held on for a win. 98 dotted on the inside corner by Ohtani, 1-1.
The team has really been really good offensively. Against the Giants before that San Diego series, they were averaging 7 runs a game. San Diego series almost 6 runs a game. So this is a team that over their last half a dozen games have been hitting close to 300 as a team.
The 1-2 pitch to Ryan Mountcastle. 100, but outside.
You see 100 from Ohtani, but then you see him throw 52% breaking stuff to the Reds. Slider, sweeper, and curveball.
On the ground to third. Gobbled up by Miguel Rojas. That's out number 1 in the second. And Miguel Rojas had some very candid and honest words last night after the finale in Pittsburgh, challenging the rest of the Dodgers essentially because they have not been playing together. They have not been playing with joy. And obviously, Oral, when you are 22-30 since July 4th, that's a lot of losses to a lot of teams that on paper you should handle. Not going to be a lot of fun in that. So now, talking to Miggy today about it, is just focusing on the little things today. Don't worry about what their goals are, which is winning the World Series and going back to back. The goal should be every single pitch, do a little thing to help the team win today. And perhaps that can get the snowball rolling down the mountain.
It's not that they haven't been searching for a mindset, but they are searching for the mindset as these struggles continue. Every day in the big leagues, you are looking for something to motivate you. And I think Miggy saying something publicly can identify the elephant in the room, and everybody then can address it. I always thought that the boisterous guy, the over-the-top energetic manager, the coach that was the good cop, bad cop relationship, I always loved that, all of those things, all those elements in a locker room, because it gives every personality some kind of permission to care and some kind of permission to show that they care so that the team can come together. When it is unspoken, when there is no anger, there is no joy, there is no communication, there is no energy, but you say, I have it individually, but it's not important for you to have it individually. It's important for it to have a whole. Because you don't know who the ball's going to get hit to. You don't know who is going to be up there for the key possible RBI. So it has to be the whole, has to feel that energy, that anger, that joy, all of those emotions, and be totally engaged.
Strike 3 swinging. Ohtani gets Colton Cowser for the second out of the second inning, his first K.
It gives everybody permission to be engaged. I love that about Dave Roberts and our coaching staff. I love that about some of our leadership, but it seems like there's a, is it malaise? It's just like a fog over the team.
Big swing, big miss, strike one on Emmanuel Rivera.
I'm glad Miggy stepped out and said it publicly.
Ground ball, base hit up the middle for Rivera. He's got a 6-game hitting streak now. First base runner for either team tonight.
The other thing that's going on, I think, is every portion of this roster, there are elite players that have performed at an elite level, and they're not used to losing. That is a strange feeling to have it go on this long, whether it's the starters, whether it's the bullpen, whether it's the offensive players. It is very odd. And then when you do it well, another department seems to not do it well. And so there has been no momentum that has gotten gathered.
Ball one to one of the few rookies in the Oriole lineup, Dylan Beavers. Started collegiately at Cal Berkeley. 99 painted on the outside corner, 1-1.
I love what you said an inning ago when you said they need to see the ball go in the hole. Just looking for something.
Strike two called at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, or I really like just watching them. There is a tension. The bats are being held on to too tight. That's what it seems like. We're obviously not in their heads.
I'm with you.
And so something to make them go, okay. Straight foul. Now, the issue after that, though, is that we have seen them seemingly turn that corner. Okay, not just get a win, stack a couple wins. They swept Cincinnati. Like, all right, now you go. And then they hit the skids again. So it's just.
Yeah, it's a team capable of playing 800 ball. You throw 10 games at them and they can win 8 out of 10. It's that kind of team.
Skips away from rushing. He doesn't know where the ball is. And so Rivera gets in a scoring position.
It'll probably be graded a wild pitch, but Dalton Rushing will tell you that he should have smothered it like an Easter egg. Clanks off the butt end of his glove there, the heel, the padding.
That's after last night, in which Blake Snell was charged with a couple wild pitches, and Dalton Rushing would be the first to tell you, those were on me. Ohtani going to try and pick him up with his 2-2, and he does. 2 strikeouts in a scoreless second. He strands the 2-out single.
Well, you've got the Buster Posey rule. You got the Chase Utley rule at second base. You have to have an Ohtani rule.
He's
or
got
two.
a couple.
You gotta have a little bit of room for somebody as special as he is.
Well, someone that is regarded as a special talent and prospect in Baltimore, Samuel Basallo, rookie catcher, just debuted in the middle of August, leading off the third. Orioles' #1 prospect, a top 10 prospect in all of Major League Baseball. Strike one from Shohei. He debuts on August 17th. Then 5 days later signs an 8-year, $67 million contract.
He can really hit, and they are working on the catching. But they think he is so promising, not only to give him that contract, but to keep his reps down this year so he's still a rookie going into next year. Thinking he has a chance for the Rookie of the Year award.
Ohtani's 0-2 is in the dirt. Think about all the young talent that has been coming up, bubbling through the Orioles system the last few years. It's Basallo who gets the first big extension. Not yet Gunnar Henderson. Not yet Adley Rutschman, who was hurt and having a down year. Not yet Jackson Holliday. Straight foul, still 1-2. Already seeing activity in the Baltimore bullpen. out in left center field. Basallo down swinging. 3 of the last 4 Orioles have struck out against Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei coming on an outing against Cincinnati where he struck out 9 in 5 innings, and he's got the K ball working again right here from the 2nd inning on.
3 down, 4 to go to get you a free Jumbo Jack in Los Angeles tomorrow after you buy a large beverage. Last of the order, first baseman Kobe Mayo watches a frisbee from Ohtani, ball 1 away. From 78 to 98. Mayo hitting 189 in 64 games this year. Grounds a 2nd strike foul off the front of the Dodger dugout. Dubbed off the plate, spins back fair. Ohtani fields it and tags him out.
1 unassisted. Did his hand get hit by the spikes or somewhere firm on his equipment? Because Ohtani is shaking his hand like.
And Mayo's hobbling back, laboring back to the Baltimore dugout. An odd play.
Yeah, this is a lot of spin. Yeah, he gets him right on the left leg near the shoe, I think.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Got him.
Ball to. Yep. Now we understand why Kobe Mayo was laboring back to the dugout.
No color necessary.
No. Back to the top of the order, Jackson Holliday. What a breaker from Shohei on the outside corner. 1-1.
The good curveball that he threw a lot of against Cincinnati. If we go back through the Cincinnati start, 9 strikeouts there, 3 tonight. 9 of the last 12 strikeouts he's had have been on breaking balls.
Another meeting of former #1 overall prospects. Shohei Ohtani and Jackson Holliday was the first overall selection of the Orioles in 2022. Son of former big leaguer Matt Holliday, and the older brother of recent top draft pick Ethan Holliday. Ball 3 outside. On a 3-1, Holliday is not going to swing at that. 2-out walk. First one issued by Shohei tonight.
Shohei's pretty much allergic to walks. He's got such great command.
Ground ball backhanded down by Betts. He picks up, he throws. Freddie not in time, and so that extra beat was enough for Jeremiah Jackson to continue the 3rd inning.
Yeah, when the ball gets away from Mookie a few steps instead of right near him, that's what makes the difference. Ball is hit hard off the bat. 2 hops to the backhand side, a deflection off the leather and the body, but those 3 or 4 steps, 2, 3.5, 4, 5 by the time he throws it, that's the difference between safe and out.
Scored an infield single for Jackson. Now the Orioles have 2 on for Gunnar Henderson. Ball 1. Henderson ended the first inning, grounding out to second base. Ohtani shakes once, shakes twice, shakes the third time, and has to step off. Henderson this year with runners in scoring position hitting .347. 100 way inside. Ball 2.
This at bat started with a 1-0 count, now in a 2-0 count. After 1-0, Ohtani's batting average against is .289 with an OPS of .760. First pitch strike's important for every pitcher, and especially Shohei. 0-1, 176.
A bouncer back to the mound. Ohtani picks it up and throws to Freddie Freeman to strand a pair in the third.
And Ohtani has good stuff tonight, and that is proven by getting people out in the strike zone. Not a lot of chase there on those outs right there, just the one slider down low.
Still nothing at Camden Yards. Ohtani's 4th inning starts with a sharply hit ground ball, a fair ball down the left field line. Ryan Mountcastle standing up at second with a leadoff double. Off the bag at third, nothing Kike Hernandez could do there.
Absolutely perfectly well struck ball, accurately off the bag.
Anthony Bonda starting to loosen up in the Dodger bullpen. In case you hopped on late, didn't hear the reports from Kirsten Watson. The Dodgers not expecting to push Ohtani into the 5th like he has been stretched out to do in recent turns. So he's filling in for the scratched Tyler Glasnow and back tightness today. Changes in the field for the Dodgers. Kike Hernandez at third. That pushes Miguel Rojas over to second. Ha-Seong Kim out of the game. On a strike on the 0-for-1 Colton Cowser. Ohtani struck out in the second inning. Dirt, and again Russian can't handle it, and an extra base for Ryan Mountcastle.
.390 feet could come into play again.
So the Orioles have a runner on third and nobody out in the 4th. 60th pitch from Ohtani tonight. Fouled away. Levels the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Dodgers pinch the infield to halfway, challenging the Orioles to say, make the ball go through before you think about leaving third base. .101 from Shohei.
Yeah, it looks like Shohei Ohtani has the pitch com on now. At the start of the game, he did not. Dalton Rushing was dialing things up behind the dish. Now Ohtani doing it himself on the mound. 2-2 foul. Down and in, the count goes full.
Very easy to see Shohei's talent both offensively and as a pitcher. I love the fact that we're watching him compete now and seeing it in his body language and in his face. Even the little jump steps after delivering the pitch as he watches the results of what's happening, either the batter taking it or fouling it off. A little bit more emotion.
The ninth pitch from Ohtani. Cowser, check swing, and he went around on 101.
A little more oomph in the last few fastballs, and this one ends up very effective.
To the sixth spot of the order, Emmanuel Rivera, who's 1 for 1 with a single. That came with 2 outs in the second inning. 101 again from Ohtani. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Infield in for the Dodgers. Runner on third, 1 out. 0-2, triple digits. Shohei Ohtani is emptying the tank here in the bottom of the fourth.
He sure is. I mean, he is the gentleman superstar, but we're watching him compete right here.
The 0-2. 101. Rivera fouled it into the net behind home plate.
Shook a lot of pitches off to get right back to the heater. Mano y mano.
Goes to the sweeper, but didn't get a chase. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch number 70, a 1-2 to Rivera. Got him swinging. 2 gone.
He's going to the well. He's emptying the tank. Anything you want to say. Dave Roberts with a walk out to the mound. Possibly going to take him out just to protect him. But boy, you would think he would want this next batter.
It's the lefty Dylan Beavers coming to the plate. Ohtani salutes Mountcastle on third. Has some fun with it.